Welcome to One Word Today. I'm Sophie, your pilot into the universal Chinese. Let's continue unpacking triplets. And we have seen a few varieties of what times 3 to make this triplet structure. Well, today we have the sun symbol. And we started by talking the boxy Chinese characters, right? This is one of the most prominent boxed up, rectangularized Chinese character. Because just by itself, it's the sun. And we have 3 suns together. Okay, how Chinese mean by stacking up 3 suns? And in fact, well, this currently means jīng, means crystal, pronounced as jīng. It originally means stars. So apparently, ancient times, Chinese realized that the sun we see in the day and the stars we see at night are the same thing. And by 3 simply means many of them. Multitudes of stars based on what I guess ancient times naked eye can be observed. Bright enough stars. And so this is how Chinese express the stars in the sky. Amazing. And how come it becomes this crystal? Well, I guess crystal probably is not the most accurate, but it's the accurate in the sense of close to the original meaning, because originally it simply means the nightly stars. I mean, stars only nightly, right? Okay. But it's most commonly used. So common doesn't mean it's the original. It's simply what's surfaced or relevant in today's language. Examples. jīng. We often hear this expression, 晶莹, with 剔透. It basically describes the look of diamond, that how clear, how sparkly that is. So 晶, in this case, borrowed the brilliance and the sparkling, the glittering look of the stars, kind of twinkling, right? It's not I'm not sure if it's stargazing. Probably you do. But stars in the sky, to my naked eyes that I observe, would be they almost like a shifting in space a little bit. They're not stable, not staying fixed in the sky. Besides, they do have this light, the bright and dim pulsing. It's not an evenly and stably object in the night. It's pretty much alive if you stare at them long enough and see how they twinkle, right? This is how we use the word twinkle to describe this unstableness. It's not one fixed dot there. It does have this brighter and dimmer moments, this pulsing, and also probably slightly move their position in the sky. Okay. Ying, actually, if you know Chinese a little bit, here the bottom is our jade symbol. So Ying described the luster that came from the things like pearls or gems. And so jing ying, together, we borrow how the stars appear to us and how the jade gems appear to us. Put this two together to give you the sense of something that's precious metal like. And of course, when we use jing, it doesn't have the star quality, celestial faraway place. It becomes more tangible. However, there's still this light quality that capture our imagination of how it may look, kind of a transparent, right? Kind of clear and reflecting light in a way that's different from everything else. And so I guess Ying is more came from this jade or jewel look like surface luster, versus Jing is more reflective or the light that bounces off through the object, like through water or through crystal. So that's my sense of jīng and yīng, the difference. So jīng is more three-dimensional. You see it through, the light travels through a different media to your eyes, versus yīng is more reflective on the surface or shallow surface level, kind of like a jade. Jade is opaque, right? As many other precious metals are more opaque, versus jīng is probably more clear. All right, 水晶. 水晶 is a Chinese official translation of crystal. We describe the clarity of crystal with 水, compare it to water. Because water probably is the most transparent thing, easy, everyday thing that's transparent. So we borrow the quality of that from water. And the jīng, we borrow the light reflection, like glittering quality of crystal from the stars twinkling. So 水晶 together, we borrowed from two nature things and put that to describe the crystal's features. 亮晶晶 here. 亮 means bright. And 晶晶, the double down. And not only audio, rhythmic, gives you the sense of just like a twinkle. Well, I guess twinkle, it doesn't, like the song, Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star, right? So earlier I was saying that English grammatically against redundancy. But in this nursery rhyme, we do have a twinkle, twinkle twice, right? And I guess that is corresponding to Chinese use of redundancy. We use jīng, jīng twice to give you this pulsing sense of the light, brighter, dimmer, sparkling or glittering behavior. And 亮晶晶 give it a sense of it's not only bright, but it sparkles. And in fact, the Twinkle Twinkle Little Star song was translated into Chinese with 亮晶晶. So original lyrics would be Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, right? How I wonder what you are. And the star and R rhyme. Chinese translated as 一闪一闪亮晶晶. So this 亮晶晶 first give to tell 一闪一闪. It gives you the sense of pulsing, right? So you shine, one shine, right? So it's like shine and dim, and 亮晶晶 to describe the quality of the twinkling. So you see Chinese use 7 words here to describe twinkle, twinkle. So we do 一闪一闪亮晶晶, right? And then we have to rhyme with 晶. The next line would be 满天都是小星星. So 满天 cover the whole night sky. 都是 all of them are 小星星 little stars. And 星星, again, we use twice of the star symbol. We say star, star to give you the sense of many of them over there. So 星 and 晶 rhymes. Now, after unpacking this 晶, I now understand it originally just describing the stars in the nighttime, and somehow ancient people connect the dots of the sun we see in the day, so strong, so take up the sky in such a big, commanding way, and kind of dim out everything else in the sky, only the sun. Only the nighttime we can see the stars. That somehow ancient people here through Chinese, we associate the sun is just one of those many stars simply because it's close to us, that we see it as the sun form. But what it is many of those tiny little suns further away that make the stars for us. So Chinese actually, this 晶晶 came from the description of the solars far away from us. But we end up in today's language mostly describing the crystal behavior. That's a sparkle, as if they are twinkling like the stars. Thank you for your time. See you another day.